Myself, Vivek Kumar Burma. I am an assistant professor in Indian department. Today, I will discuss the topic 8253, 8255, uh, timer IC. The subject is microprocessor and microcontroller, and the subject code is KEE602. 8253 is a timer counter device, and it is used to solve the timing problems in the computer. 8253 can work from 0 to 2 megahertz. 8255 can 54 can work from 0 to 10 megahertz. It has property of status read back command, having 6 programmable counter modes, 3 independent 16-bit timer counter. It can support binary or BCD counter, and it is operated on 5-volt power supply. Main functions that can be done with the 8253 or 8254 timer counter IC. First one is it can use as a real-time clock, event counter, digital one shot, programmable rate generator, square wave generator, binary rate multiplier, and complex waveform generator. Now you see the architecture of 8253, 8254. It has basically 3 timer slash counter, and each counter head has separate three separate pins: clock 0, gate 0, out 0. For counter 1, clock 1, gate 1, out 1, and counter 2, clock 2, gate 2, and out 2. It has bidirectional data buffer, just like an 8255 IC. It has read write logic circuit, in which we have RD bar, WR bar, A naught, A1, and chip select bar. So by this A naught A1, we can select all 3 counters as well as the control word register that we had done in the 8255. Along this, we have control word register and internal data bus. So all the things are connected through internal data bus, and its structure is almost same as 8255 that we had seen previously. Now we will see the control word of 8253 slash 8254. Here I am giving stress on this word that when you have a know about this 8254, then we can say it is same as 8253, but it has some more feature than 8253 along with high frequency. So 8253 has 8-bit control word register. This control word register has 8 bits, and these 8 bits are SC1, SC0, RW1, or we can say RL1, RL0, M2, M21, M0, BCD. SC1, SC0 are a bit combination by which we can select. When it is 00, we can select counter 0. When it is 01, we can select counter 1. When it is 10, we can select counter 2. And when it is 11, it's a read back command. Read back command means we can read the whenever we want to read the command register, so we can also read the command register. So for this we have to make both bit 1 1. Now after that we have RW1, RW0. This 2 bits have some functions, like for example, if its value 00, then it is a counter latch command. Counter latch command means whatever the counting is going on, we can latch its value. Okay, means we can read the counter value. When it is 01, then we can read and write least significant byte, because the counter that we are discussing in this, it is having 3 counters or counters less timer, and each timer counter is of 16 bit. So so in order to write the data on the counter, you can write either 8 bit at a time, or you can write 16 bit at a time. But in 8253, you have to write the data in 16 bit register by 8 bit data one at a time. For example, if it is 01, then you can write read and write least significant byte. If it is 10, then you can read and write most significant byte. And if it is 11, then first read and write least significant byte, then most significant byte. Means by RW1 RW0 combination, we can either uh, read or write lower 8 bit of counter, or we can read or write 8-bit counter. Okay, for example, if it is 1 1, then we can it automatically read it write first 8-bit LSBs and then 8-bit MSB bits. Now we will see the mode of timers. So for mode of timer, it is having a 6 mode, and it is decided by the bit M2, M1 and M0. Okay, so if M1 M0 uh, 00011011, then it is a mode 0, mode 1, mode 2, mode 3. Okay, and if it is 0001, it is mode 4, mode 5. And in this combination, the value of mode 2 will be, for first two it will be 00, for middle two its value is either 0 or 1, that is X, and for last combination it will be 1 1. So by proper combination of M2, M1, M0, we can select the mode of the timer counter. It can be work either in mode 0, mode 1, mode 2, mode 3, mode 4 or mode 5. Now the last digit of the control word is BCD. Means timer or counter can work in either binary counter, or it can act as a BCD counter. So if it is 0, it will work as a binary counter, and if it is 1, it will work as a BCD counter. So BCD means if you want to load the decimal value, then it can be we can say it is a BCD, binary coded decimal number. When you want to load binary number, then in binary number you can maximum load FFFH. But in the case of, I can write it here. In the case of binary, the maximum count that can be loaded is FFH. And in the case of decimal, or we can say in the BCD, the maximum count that we can load is 100 decimal. Okay. So this is about a control word about the 808253. So now we will see the mode of 8253, and it's very much important. First mode is mode 0, that is interrupt on terminal count. So this mode can be used to interrupt whenever the terminal count is reached. So we have three timer counters. So we can use any counter to work in any mode. Okay, we have 6 mode. Any counter can work in any mode. So whenever we all know that any counter have 3 pins: gate, clock and out. Okay, in mode 0, if the gate pin is if the gate pin is high, if the gate pin is high, okay, and when we write a count, for example, if I write count equal to 4, we write a count equal to 4 in the count register. Okay, so this count register will be loaded into the counter, and after writing this count, and if gate pulse is high, then after at the first negative clock edge of the first negative edge of first clock, it start counting. For example, if I load the count value 4, so it will start counting 4, 3 negative edge, again in on other negative edge 2, 1 and then 0. When the counter becomes 0, the output goes to high. So it means whenever we load any count in mode 0, so the output goes low, and whenever the count is reached, then output goes to high. So it will use to interrupt a microprocessor after certain count. Now the another thing is important is that during the counting, for example, if I load a 5, so if gate pin is high and if I write 5, then the first negative edge of the clock, it start counting 5, then 4, and if gate pulse goes to low, then this count will be remain as it is, means 4 value remain as it is till the gate pulse is low. And again, if gate pulse is high, again at the first negative edge of the clock, it start counting from where it is left, that is 4. Then again on the next negative 3, on the next negative clock 2, next negative edge of the clock 1, and when it reaches to 0, the output goes to high. So for interrupt on terminal count, the gate pin should be high. If any time during the counting gate pulse go low, the counting will be remain as it is, and it will again start counting from where it left when the gate pulse goes to high. Next mode is programmable one shot. If we want to generate a low clock pulse of certain duration, for example, I want to generate a low pulse of duration 4 clock period, 4 clock period. Okay, so this mode can be used for that purpose. In this, whenever whenever we write a count on the count register, for example, I want to generate low pulse of 4 clock period, so I write a 4 value on the count register. Okay, when I write on the count register, and if the gate pulse goes from low to high, then it start counting. The one thing must be noted here: whenever we write a count value in the counter value, the output goes to high. But the counting begin only when we apply a positive as triggered on the gate ones. So when we write a count on the count register, the output goes to high, and when we apply a positive as triggering on the gate pulse, on the first negative clock pulse, the output goes to low and counting start. Means it will counting will decrement from 4 to 3, then 2, then 1, and then 0. And when it becomes 0, output goes to high. So we can get any of low pulse of any duration, and this duration can be decided by the count that is be loaded in the counter register. Now, now, now we all know that whenever we apply a positive as triggering on the gate pulse, then only the counting will begin. For example, if I load count value 4 and if I apply a positive as triggered on the gate pulse, then the output goes to low, counting start 4, then on next negative clock edge of the clock 3, then on the third count the trigger pulse goes to low. So the counting go continue, means 4, then 3, 2. But when it reaches to 2, again the trigger goes to from low to high. So whenever we apply a new positive as triggering, in this case, the counter will be again reloaded with the old value, that is on the next negative on the next negative edge, it will again reload it with the old value, that is 4 count value, and it again start with this, means then 4, then decrement to 3, then decrement to 2, then decrement to 1, and whenever it reaches to 0, the output goes to again high. So the important thing that is to be noted in this mode is that whenever we apply a new edge, new positive edge on the gate pin, then it again reloaded with the old count value, and counting start thereafter. Okay, so this is the important thing that will be one must be noted in this mode. The next mode is mode 2, that is rate generator. Suppose I want to generate a pulse low pulse of duration 1 clock period after a certain period. For example, after n minus 1 TC. TC means TC is a one clock period time. One clock period time. Okay. So if I want to generate a repetitive low pulse of one clock duration, this is one clock duration. Means one clock duration. Okay. Then this can be can be generated by this rate generator mode. In rate generator mode, first of all, we have to make gate pulse equal to high, and when we write a count, for example, if I write count equal to 4, then on the first negative it start counting, means 4, then decrement to 3, then decrement to 2, then it decrement to 1. This is equal to n minus 1. N minus 1 means 4 minus TC clock period, and whenever this time is reached, the one clock low pulse is generated of duration 1 clock period. Again again it will reloaded with the 4 value, then 4, then 3, then 2, then 1. Again we will get the low pulse of low duration of 1 clock period, and so on. So whenever we want to generate this type of uh, clock, yeah, low pulse at a certain period of time, then we can use rate generator. Third mode is mode 3, that is square wave generator. Whenever you want to generate a square wave of certain frequency, then this mode can be used. So this mode is used to generate clock frequency, a clock of frequency of this frequency. Means this is n is a count value. For example, if I provided n equal to 4, n equal to 4, then what will happen? If gate pulse is high, is gate pulse must be high. If gate pulse is high and if we have provided count 4, then for first negative, the output goes to high, and it will remain for 2 clock period. Remain high for 2 clock period. Then it will be low for further 2 clock period. Again it will be high for 2 clock period, then again low for 2 clock period. Now, if we talk about the frequency of this square wave, it will be equal to fc. Fc is a frequency of this clock period, clock pulse. So now the frequency of square wave will be fc by 4. So this mode is used to generate a square wave of any frequency. Okay. Now there is a case, for example, if I gave a odd count, that is 5, then what will happen? See here. So it will be high for n plus 1 time, and low for n minus 1 time. For example, n equal to 5, then uh, it will be high for, okay, n plus, okay, sorry, it will be high for odd time, means 3 clock period. Like for example, if I given 5, then it will be high for 3 clock period. Okay, starting from the first negative edge of the clock, it will remain high for 3 clock period, and it will low for 2 clock period. Again it go for high for 3 clock period and low for 2 clock period. So this is a special case when when you provide a count which will be a odd number. Okay. Now whenever you make a gate pin equal to low, the square wave will be stopped. Okay. Again if you make a gate pin high, then again it will start generating the square wave of certain. Fourth mode is mode 4, and this mode is called software triggered strobe. Okay. Here here after certain period of time, for example, if I want to generate a low pulse of 1 clock duration after n into tc time, where tc is a time period of 1 clock period, time period of 1 clock period. ठीक है, 1 clock period. So when we want to generate a low pulse of low pulse after this time, then this mode is called a software triggered stop. Okay, software triggered stop. So mode 4 and mode 5 is called software triggered stop, and mode 5 is called a hardware triggered stop. So I will also tell you what is the difference between two, but the working is almost same. In the software triggered stop, the gate must be high, must be high. Okay, and now, for example, I want to get low pulse after 4 clock period. So whenever I write count equal to 4 on a count register, okay, then it will transport to the counter, and after first at first negative edge of the clock, it start and decrementing, means 4, then on the next edge it will 3, on next edge it will 2, on next edge it will 1, on the next edge it will 0. So this time after which we get a low pulse of 1 clock period is equal to 4 into TC time. Okay, now now if you make gate pulse anytime low, for example, if you gate pulse make any time low, then the count will be remain as it is and no counting will be done. Like for example, if it is 4, then it will remain as 4, and whenever it goes to high, then again it will start counting, means 4, 3, 2, 1, then again 0. Okay, so this is a software triggered stop mode. Here here the gate pulse must be high. Now the last mode that we will see is a hardware trigger stop. Again, this mode is again same as the mode 4. Again, here we will generate a low pulse after n into TC time. TC is the time of the 1 clock period, and n is a count. N is a count. But here it will start only when we apply a positive edge triggering. Whenever you write a count, it will load on the count register. Okay, and from count register to counter, but it not start counting until unless if you apply low to high pulse on the gate pin. So whenever you apply low to high pulse on the gate pin, on the first negative edge it start counting, means 4, then 3, then 2, then 1, then 0, and we get a low pulse of 1 clock pulse duration, and it is generated after 4 into TC time. Now now in this case, if you make a gate pulse from uh, means low to high, again high to low. Okay, so it is work on the positive triggering. So first of all, it is be providing a positive triggering, it start counting, and then you make a low, and again you provide a positive triggering, then it again start from the previous the original value. Means for example, if the counting is 4, then 3, then 2, and at 2 you make a gate pin low, and from low you make a transition from low to high. Then it will start not from 2, it will start from 4, means 4, then 3, then 2, then 1, then 0. Okay, so only difference between the hardware store mode and the software store mode is that in software store mode you have to make the gate pin equal to high, and in the case of hardware trigger stop you have to apply a low to high transition on the gate. So here you are controlling this low pulse with the help of gate pin. Okay, that's why you are called, it's a hardware triggered stop mode. So this is all about your all mode of the 8253. Now we will see the programming example of the 8253.